Hi there. Hello. How are you doing? Welcome back to another video. I am doing a lot of content right now because of the World Cup. And because of the World Cup, I feel like it is necessary to do a ton of content. Guess who isn't doing that? EA Sports, apparently. I'll be honest with you, and I'll be straight up honest. I've not played FIFA for the last month and a half. Yeah, I just not got the time. I'm doing videos. I work in my office here. I've got a daughter. I go to the gym. I play football. I've just not got much time to really play FIFA, and that's kind of why I've not streamed much, because I genuinely have not played any games. With the world of FIFA, I've been keeping my tabs because it is my job and it is my scene, and even though I may not be in the world right now, like properly interacting with it, I'm still interested, I'm still keeping tabs. And I've seen this video, yeah, by the boy himself, MattHDGamer, and I think it is really interesting to go through this video because I am, number one, surprised, but number two, not surprised. I'm surprised by the reaction of the community. I'm not surprised by what's actually happening in the first place. And I think this is a great place to, me and you, the community, have a nice little discussion. And I'd love to go talk to MattHDGamer or whoever else about, I guess, what their opinions on EA Sports or FIFA is, or the future of this platform, of this game, of FIFA. Now, of course, it is EAFC next year, which gives us a bit more excitement. Think, okay, maybe it's a new name, maybe something new could happen, some new changes in terms of how content is done, in terms of how the gameplay is done, in terms of how things are perceived by the esports side of things. A lot of things could happen or could change, and that's what we think. Always. And that doesn't go well. So let's get into this video, shall we? So lads, for the World Cup, this video has been sponsored by Hitch, the go-to place for all your World Cup predictions and also quizzes. If you got some spare time, this is a great place to go and see how good your World Cup knowledge is. Go down below to the top link of the description to go and join me at Hitch. By competing in these predictions or quizzes, you win Hitch coins along the way, and with this currency you can go and withdraw for real life money. Absolutely free to play as well, and it is so simple to do. And while predicting each game, it's not just as simple as just a scoreline. You can win coins by guessing the amount of correct corners, by guessing the amount of correct cards. Many ways for you guys to earn real life money. I'll leave the link at the top of the description and go and compete with me. Thank you, Hitch, for sponsoring today's video. So the video in question is this. We need to talk about EA Sports. I want to respond back to this with, I guess I'm seen as, actually, I don't think I'm seen as negative. I've been quite positive, really, about EA in last month. And my reasoning of not playing a game that much recently is mainly just due to my own time and, like, my own schedule. Like, I've just not got that much time. And from what I've heard, apparently the new patch has changed how the game is, and we all knew that would happen. So, you know, I just kind of was ahead of time with that because we all knew we were coming. So, anyway, we need to talk about EA Sports. MattHDGamer, take it away.
It's been a while since I've made one of these hopefully passionate videos, but the time has come. This game has just launched, and it genuinely is so incredibly passionate about this game, and it actually feels like EA have given up on a lot of Ultimate Team this FIFA.
They have your money. Just say it right now the way it is. They have your money. They have my money. They have your money. They have our money. They have our money. They suck us. They suck people in with the World Cup and new features, or just the new features of whatever is in the game. And to be fair, they may not even. You know what? At this stage, EA could just do some sort of like promotion where they say nothing. They can literally do nothing, say nothing, promise nothing, and we'll still buy it. And is that at fault of our own, or is it because we just enjoy a roster update and the idea of, you know, some new stadiums being in the game, the realism aspect? And to be fair, when I do play the game for career mode, it's quite realistic, it's quite immersive, it's a decent experience. You know, you want to go play some career mode, it's actually not a bad experience in my opinion. You know, and I'm not a career mode enthusiast by any means, so, you know, maybe just a pure surface level, I think it is a pretty good experience. But when it comes to FUT, well, we'll get into it.
That's how it feels. And the World Cup is on. And we're getting a fucking 83 plus player pick pack. Sorry, I don't want to pause too much, but I've never heard MattHDGamer swear.
Go on, lads! Yes! Get it! I've never heard this guy swear in my entire life. He must be really angry. Even when he swears, he sounds nice. Have you noticed that? Even when he swears, he sounds like too nice. Like he doesn't belong. Anyway.
On the same day that Saudi Arabia just beat Argentina, there couldn't have been like a 90 rated special Saudi Arabia player card to celebrate their win, right? There couldn't have been a special guaranteed pack most days of the World Cup because of a lack of a World Cup mode in Ultimate Team. You see where I'm going with this? For about a week straight now, and probably really since the World Cup has begun, guys, there's been so many, rumours of different things not being in this FIFA, and we haven't got any communication on it. And it's a massive talking point. It's not only me who's obviously come up with this, and I've got to show you this. So my man Nick20 did say there, seriously, what are you guys doing with this game? You keep pumping out SBCs, but there's very limited ways to get fodder. You've obliterated already poor champs rewards and the market is on the floor. We deserve answers. We deserve communication. And that we do. So let's just go back that tweet there. So, yeah, there's SBCs each day because that's how the game is now. The game is just at 6 p.m. You log on, something new, do it, log off. That's the game now. The game is literally you log on at 6 o'clock for the whole of content and then that's it. I mean, the fact that within the first week of the game that they already dropped a tradable hero pack for 25k, that alone should have ended the game cycle. Like, that alone gave me no hope. That's why I've not played a game in the last month, really. It's because they already did so much stupid shit in the first month. In the first 2 weeks. And as well, I'm in a niche market here. Maybe I'm to the side here. In my opinion, I hate the fact that we get guaranteed hero packs. I hate the fact we get guaranteed icon packs. Especially in the first 2 months of the game. For the first 2, 3, 4 months, it should be all about you and your RTG. You and your journey. If you go and spend money, if you guys don't spend money, I do not care. What I do care is the fact that it feels like in this game you do nothing and things are just given to you. Almost. Like, you just purely exist and the game tries its absolute best just to give you things. Which, you may say, that's the point of a game, right? But that's not what I was used to. That's not what most of us are used to. Do you actually play FIFA to play FIFA anymore? No. For the most part, most of you only play FIFA to get the rewards of FUT champions or rivals. I mean, I don't think most people even play rivals anymore unless you're really hardcore at this stage. And then you do the objectives for the, in the friendlies, and then you get a free card or something, or you do it because of swaps, and then you're done. No one plays football, like FIFA, to actually play FIFA anymore. That's what I'm getting at here. You don't actually, like, if EA doesn't release any content at 6 o'clock, then people call the game dead. You fucking kidding me? The game's been out for a month. Sort your fucking self out. The game's been out for a month, and, like, if EA doesn't drop any content, then people freak the fuck out. Non-tent. EA. Everyone hates EA. How about you just play the game? But that's the worst part, is that you have a point. You have a point. Because if there is because we've gone for so long now, for the last 4 or 5 years since 17, for the new FUT Champs rewards, we've been given so much rewards. Then when 20 happened, that's when it really changed. That back in FIFA 20 for the lockdown, that's when they really boosted the content, the party bags, the guaranteed icon packs. I mean, back in FIFA 19, one of the most, like, openly debated FIFAs of all time and most heavily criticised FIFAs of all time in terms of the gameplay loop. People played that game because they enjoyed the game. There was a scarcity of the guaranteed icon packs. Like, the icon packs were, like, very rare. Like, they did show up every now and then, but I think it was, like, near the end or, like, middle to end cycle of the game. Which by then it makes sense. If you're in February, sure, give an icon pack, because by then people may be getting bored. Most people, on average, gets bored of playing FIFA by December. For most people that I know, as soon as Team of the Year ends, then they kind of just take a break. Some people's earlier, some people they play it non-stop for a month, take a break from, like, October to, like, December, they turn up for Footmas and then Team of the Year, and then they piss off again until,
They find a promo that they find interesting, like Foot Birthday or something, right? That's what most people do. That's what I do. And this is my job, right? So, yeah, when it comes to the non-stop content, the non-stop, those giving thing, I think that it really skews the point of the actual game itself. And it then creates a scenario, creates a dynamic that people are absolutely obsessed with this content, non-stop being force-fed to you, that if you don't get it, you feel like there's nothing to do anymore. Which, isn't that alone fucking scary? If you don't get given an SBC, you feel like the game's not worth playing? It's a fucking football game! Just play football! Anyway.
So, what he means by that, and I think Nep spoke about it briefly a few days ago on Twitter, is that apparently there might not be League SBCs this FIFA in FIFA 23. Which means that whenever you do, for example, want to go and complete, a big new icon SBC, or God forbid, guys, if you want to go and complete the new 83 plus player pick pack, the fodder, you're going to be driven towards buying packs themselves, right? You're going to be driven towards going to the store. And it really is showing that, every day we're logging on to FIFA at 6 p.m. and wanting some mad content, wanting something really fun to stay in the game and have, fun with, and not go on to another game on COD or whatever you guys play. And the amount of people I'm seeing on stream saying, why am I logging in at 6 p.m.? It's the World Cup. And this game feels so dead in November. It really, really does. And I think
the writing was always on the wall. And the reason why is because they gave us the absolute bare minimum for all the World Cup content. They had 4 years to make the World Cup content. And they gave us 2 stadiums, not even a World Cup game mode, only 15 different teams outside of the ones that sort of qualified. And then the content is just the most copy and pasted things I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh yeah, he's 82 plus pick. Oh, yeah, there's 83 plus pick. Oh, there's these cards and SBCs. Oh, there's a new promo set, but open packs for that, lads. For FUT Champions, it's just felt so dead. Like, I miss the days that FUT Champions was, like, intense. That's why I don't play it. Like, I play FUT Champions. I could be, like, I could have a massive 50-inch TV and just chilling and just playing it, and I would not care less about if I win or lose. Because I know I'm okay at FIFA. I can probably, not really care and still get, like, 8 wins, and I still get good rewards at 8 wins. You could get 5 wins and still get good rewards. The rewards that you got for winning 5 games of FUT Champions is probably the same as you winning, like, 15 back in 18, right? That's a massive difference. The rewards that you got for winning 21 games is the same that you get for winning 11. It's backwards. And yeah, the writing's on the wall. The game feels dead in November for the World Cup. You want to know why? Because they don't care about the World Cup, because it was blatantly obvious when they didn't even bother doing a World Cup game mode. They didn't even bother doing more than 2 stadiums. They didn't even bother giving you more than just 15 nations. They take away so many things, like League SBCs. He's talking about League SBCs. League SBCs was like amazing back in like 17, 18, 19. 19, I think, was probably the best of it. 18 was pretty good as well. 17 was like insane just because like it was like a brand new thing. 19, I think 19 was a perfect balance. 20 was deader because they gave you worse packs. And this year, knows. Like, the writing was on the wall when you started the game back this year and you did your advanced SBCs and they were all untradeable. The writing was on the wall then that there's going to be a lack of supply. And guess what you've got to do to get supply in your club to do all these SBCs, which is all you do in this game? Guess what you all rely on? You all rely on FUT Champions rewards. And then your Ravs rewards. And then if you really are desperate, do some squad battles. But then for the reality, you may do a little bit of SBCs here or there, but then you're going to run out very, very, very fast. Because there's SBCs each day. There's new things each day. There's new cards each day. So guess what you have to do? Oh, wow. I realised. If you can't get any more supply, but you do everything, and that's even though you do everything you possibly can, and you still have no supply, because they keep on giving you non-stop content, guess what's available? Packs. League SBCs is fantastic because it gives you non-stop repeatable packs to go and complete, and there's also a good chance that you can actually get something good. And at the end of it, you get yourself a higher rated card that you can go and put into the higher rated SBCs for an icon pack or for a player that you really want, or an icon SBC, so on and so forth. That was a perfect balance. It's gone. Because they don't want you to do that. What they fucking want is your fucking money. Simple as that.
A lot of people, at least, are feeling the same way. FUT Champs rewards need boosting. I know they're changing this week, but I'm not sure about how they will be. The lack of creativity every day I'm seeing, guys, at 6 p.m. is insanity. It is often like talking to a brick wall. I do think that we need so much more. The lack of a World Cup mode has meant that I think a lot of us had high hopes. You know what? We've got some flashy new menus here. We've got these, but again, a lot of people do like to grind.
That's not a flashy new menu. That's such a... And it's not Matt's fault, but like the standards are rock bottom.
Their own pace. A lot of people like to grind these fast. I do a lot, but you guys might be different. You might be a casual FIFA player. Still, to not have more than this for the World Cup is just super deflating. It really, really is. And I think a lot of players you watching might be feeling the same way. This game and the direction it's going in with the content is just not a good direction. It's not going in an exciting way. It feels like the content team are just not doing enough to keep players on the game. And it's so annoying to see, because this game could be amazing. We could have, for example, every day, like I said before, if there's a shock win in the World Cup. Every day, by the way, there should be at least, a guaranteed pack most days during the World Cup.
And this is my main problem, is that we've been given so much, every week, every day, for so long that people are now accustomed to being given so much. And in fact, it's always more. It's more. And then at what stage, because he's on about content here, that we need content to play the game. What does that say about the game? When I go on COD, do I play COD because I want to just... I don't know, like open some supply drops or whatever the f***ing COD nowadays. I want to go get some skins on my guns, camos or something. No, I play COD to play COD. I play to go into lobbies and go shoot people and get shot at more times than me shooting people, right? Because I suck, right? There's no point of having any of these cards. All these shiny cards means nothing if you don't actually play the game with them. Unless it's a collection book. But then there's no collection book. It might as well be a collection book game. You might as well just give us a collection book. I'd like that. If you own every single Qatari player for example, right? Then you can get like an ultimate Qatari player, an 89, 88 rated. You get like a achievement for that. I don't know. Because at the stage, no one's playing the game because they actually want to play FIFA. So you might as well just go all out at the stage.
Maybe like when Saudi Arabia win, there could be a special card release that's a limited time or something. You've got to go and claim it fast. Just something fun and something that links with the World Cup. But, we're getting these random SBCs. And speaking of random SBCs, guys, I mean, my God, another SBC they've got wrong here. Quadrado should not be 4 panels, right? Quadrado should absolutely be max 2 panels, especially with like 80 finishing on that card. I mean, it's just not what we expected. It's not what we wanted. And for me, I think we definitely deserve a lot more. The launch of this FIFA, a lot of other content creators have agreed with me here. And I really felt this since the day, probably the few weeks prior, maybe month prior. Am I the only one who felt like EA really took a back seat in the hype of launching this FIFA? I've not seen a lesser amount of hype, or maybe even like, I guess, advertisement towards the new FIFA launching. And some people are saying that maybe that could be because the next FIFA, they own those rights and it's not going to be FIFA. That's when they'll pump a lot more hype into it. But I think a lot of people feeling that with this FIFA, there just hasn't been that launch hype like there normally would do. Let me know.
I think what you're feeling and what I'm feeling and what we're feeling, right? I think the thing is that we've gone through the same thing for so long that I don't really notice that they did much difference. Like they did the trailers on their channel like they always do. They do the things on their Twitter and socials like they always do. I don't think they really did that much that was different. But I think what we really are feeling is just the fact that it is the same thing. If we've gone through this many times and we all deep inside know what's going to happen. We all have these hopes and dreams thinking that this year's the year, but in reality it's not, and it's the same that we've already experienced. I've been making FIFA content since FIFA 13. MattHDGamer here, he would have gone through this much more than me. I think he did YouTube, I think back in 2010 maybe, or maybe 11. He blew up really mainly in 11. But yeah, he's been through this a lot more than me. So maybe for him, it feels like, because you know what is like one little thing, and I you know what, I'm gonna make a video about this soon. That I hate the actual like menus, the interface of FIFA. I hate it because it may not seem like it makes a difference, but it does, especially if you're younger. If you're younger and you want to have memories, it makes a difference. I remember the menus of 11. I remember the menus of 09. I remember the menus of 07. I remember the menus of 13. 13 specifically. I love 13. I love 12. Compare the menus of FIFA 11 to FIFA 12. Completely different. Just compare the menus now to FIFA 16 or 17. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And it's been like for 5-6 years. Little things like that, it kind of wears away that it doesn't feel like it actually is a new game. You know what I mean?
But for me, man, this game is just in not the best of ways at all with content. Gameplay, they keep changing the metas like they always do every single year. We always know that. And I just feel like this game, we're logging on at 6 p.m. and we're not being excited. And we should be. It's the fucking World Cup. It's on right now in the background. Like, we
swearing doesn't suit you, man. You're too nice for that. Come on.
need more. We need so much more fun. And it's like, I don't think these SBCs are bringing the hype. I'm sorry to Milos Degenek there, and also to Inaki Williams there. But I think I speak for all of us, and that these are not very exciting SBCs. They're just not. We need more guaranteed packs. We need more player pick packs. Need more content. This game is obviously more than half about content these days, right? I mean, I'm not sure about you guys, but how often do you play the game compared to the menus? Comment down below.
Yeah, no one does.
Because a lot of us these days, especially on streams, it's often about content. So when there's not something crazy, you know, it's like, damn, okay, let's log off and go in a different game, right? We don't always want to play FIFA in terms of gameplay. So I just think they really need to really think about what they're doing in terms of content. It does not feel like there is actually any kind of proactive plan around the World Cup. It's just, oh, let's release random players. Let's release these, you know, dynamic duos and just hope they go out well to the community. Whereas in fact, they should definitely be doing loads of live content, guys. Like, even small things, like in FIFA 14, we used to have man of the match players released straight after a game.
Yeah.
We are not getting that anymore. We're not getting that live reactive content that made you think, oh, I can't wait to try Jude Bellingham's new card. He just played amazing for England. No, you've got to go back on FIFA and use the gold rare. You know, there's no proactiveness and there's no communication there in terms of creativity with the community. And it's insane. I really think it has to be spoken about. This content EA is not good enough. I think we need to see a lot more creativity, a ton of more fun content every day, reactive content when there's a great performance from a player. Ochoa saved a penalty before against Poland. That could be something that could be done. Something fun. Game feels so like
the same thing we've been going through for the last 5 years.
I think a lot of people are quite bored with content. And
Yeah.
when we do get a new promo, often it's the same player. We want to see new things. Yes, we've got World Cup swaps. That's probably the best thing. In my opinion, this World Cup promo, guys, is probably the worst promo I've seen in 5 years since they started doing more promo.
I wouldn't say it's that far, but in terms of how big it should be, yeah, okay.
What kind of content? What do you think? I don't know. Had to rant today because this is just so dead for the World Cup.
Yeah. In terms of MattHDGamer, of course, his heart's in the right place, and he's been doing this for a long time. He knows what to expect. He knows what gets the views. He knows what gets the attention of the community and what gets them going, right? And of course, what's happening now is not getting people going because they've already gone through this for the last 2-3 years of the same kind of, here's 83 plus player picks and here's, you know, some marquee matchups. Oh, here's a random Electrum premium pack for no reason. You know, like, it's not exciting. But that's just where I'm at with FIFA, is that, like, it has to be non-stop madness. And at what stage does that just become too much? you know, like, he's not saying that we need guaranteed things. For me, the guaranteed icon and guaranteed hero packs in the first month of the game almost killed it for me. Just because, like, really, the game's been out for a month, and like, I'm already getting a base icon pack to open up. You know what I mean? It's almost like I don't even need to work hard for it at all. Like, having a legend in your club back in the day was like, wow. Even if it's a dead one. Like, if you had like a legend like Owen, like a Michael Owen legend card back in FIFA 16, even 17, even 18 to be fair. You know, like, that was like, wow, you got a legend? You got 2? And they could be dead. They could be like dead legends. You could have a Vieri or something. Vieri and a, I don't know, Valderrama or something. De Boer. It's like, wow, if you're a FIFA 14, you know, De Boer, the lowest, cheapest icon legend possible. It was like, wow, it's a legend. Now you get given a legend easily in the first month of the game. That's my issue with it, is that, like, people don't actually play FIFA to actually play FIFA. They play for the content, and that is just completely backwards. And it will be a never-ending cycle where people just want more and more and more and more and more until the game is just literally a complete mess. You know, like, you could have it, you know, interesting in, like, February, March, April, because by then people would not be playing the game, and they need a reason to come back. That's fine. But at this stage of the game, I mean, for the World Cup, you should expect more for the World Cup. But I mean, just in general, I hate the content route of that is the main thing ever. Because I just think that it just, how must the game actually be that you cannot put a game without a fucking icon pack given every couple of days? You know what I mean? Anyway, I feel like this is unpopular opinion, mainly because people may take it as some sort of personal attack. It's not. Because in reality, we already know what a game is. We already know what we're playing here. It's not really a fun football game. So we need something to counteract it. And if you sink your hours into these SBCs and into these objectives, you may get something good. And it will feel like it's worth it. And you just have a go at that slot machine again. I'll see you guys another time for another video. Hope you stay safe. I'll see you later on. Peace.